Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a new video. Today for you guys, we are going to be reacting to a new animator on this channel. We're going to be reacting to Illymation. And today for you guys, we have her new video called Dating When You're Autistic. You guys wanted me to react to this, so that's what we're doing today, guys. Before the video starts, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys always show. It really does mean a lot to me. Leave a comment down below who you guys want me to react to in the future. And let me know a dating story. I want to hear some dating stories in the comments. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys, so let's get right into the video.
Hey, I'm about to go on my date.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, don't be stressed. Just be yourself.
Okay.
And just, don't scare her away.
Don't. Yeah, that's vital. Is that Fiona?
Sorry. Are you Alyssa?
Yeah, that's me. Hi, my name's Alyssa, and as of early 2023, I've been dating this really sweet guy, who I'd love to finally introduce you all to.
Hi,
But although I'm very excited to share this good news, I don't want to share too much. We deserve our privacy,
Very fair.
Mm-hmm. So you guys can call me Kermit.
Kermit!
Because
oh
he did
gosh.
a really good Kermit the Frog impression, which is why I swiped right. You heard it here, folks. Last year, I was on quite a few dating apps looking for that special someone, which, by the way, if you're lucky enough to have never reluctantly downloaded an app to find someone who will love you, here's what that modern
I've never actually
First,
done that.
you create your profile and pick some pictures for everyone to judge how attractive you are.
Right.
No pressure, of course.
Why is she in a
I
banana
made sure to
suit?
choose pictures that not only captured my good side, but also showed off my quirkiness, like me holding a giant sword. I found it better to show, not tell about the autism lurking beneath me. Because when I didn't lead any introductions with, oh, and by the way, I'm autistic, people either got weird around me, or were weirdly mean to me, or started treating me like I was 6. I am 26. Worst of all, what? You're not autistic. What? What do you mean?
Well,
you're nothing like my little cousin.
How you gonna...
He's like obsessed with trains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm obsessed with planes, so guess I'm disqualified.
There it is.
That was an autism joke. So yeah, autism, dating, the wooing, the courtship, and this.
Oh my god.
Doesn't mix, doesn't help. So don't ask, don't tell, and they'll never know.
One thing I will tell you though is, my team and I made a tarot-inspired pack of cards available now till November 17th.
These are beautiful.
Tarot cards and all their special meanings and symbolism. So each of these 22 cards represents an iconic scene or character I've animated on my channel that captures the corresponding card's original meaning. Like how the Wheel of Fortune tarot card is about the ebb and flow of life. But in this pack, the Meal of Fortune Chaos card is in reference to the ebb and flow of the public school food experience.
Oh my gosh.
This Major Arcana pack was so fun to make. They came out amazing. They're all holographic, and there's even
I like that they're hollow. I like
to
this.
use them as tarot cards. Plus, every order will come with a surprise golden Luigi card or a surprise silver Junie card. So if you'd like to get a pack of the Major Arcana inspired Illymation Chaos cards, you can head to
Let me know if you want me to buy it. I'll buy it if you guys want me to show it.
Click the link below. You'll be redirected to all the merch just in case you'd like to grab anything else, like a new beanie. Big thank you to Max from TRDNG for making these cards possible, and a big thank you for supporting me in everything. So now back to the video.
Now, the next excruciating step in this process, autistic or not, arises when you start swiping. Okay, Gabriel, 25.
Okay.
25 people are in this photo.
Which one is Gabriel? Which one is him?
Which one of you is...
Bro.
Whatever. Next. Huh? Is that a f***ing Subway?
Subway?
Oh, they're
is looking for love.
Online dating is grueling. Wait, what the... Is that... Wait, that's me! But
wait, pause?
Me. An additional problem I run into as an influencer is that some people like to steal my photos to do a little catfishing.
Crazy.
But on the other end of this dastardly spectrum, that was an autism joke.
Oh
Those who come across my actual profile will doubt it is really me and report me. So that's how I got banned from Tinder. Not clickbait. Emotional.
How come Mr. Beast is spelled?
Rough out here, man. So after that failure, I did some Googling and found a dating app for influencers. And I wasn't influential enough to get in.
Crazy.
So after that failure, I tried Hinge. Thankfully, Hinge has a verification feature to ensure the person you're talking to really is the same person in their photos, which is why I didn't get banned. Thanks, Hinge. Mwah. So, I swipe, I see a cute guy doing a Kermit the Frog impression, he sees my massive sword, we match, we meet up, and we really hit it off on our first date. I remember both of us getting way too excited when we saw Hush Puppies on the menu, because we were both born and raised Southern Belles turned California girls who hadn't had a good Hush Puppy in years. And thus, we shared in our misery when the waitress informed us they weren't actually Hush Puppies, they were just deep-fried mashed potatoes, which sounds great, but it just made us miss Southern cuisine. And if you don't know what a Hush Puppy is, bless your heart, y'all are missing out. Point is, it was a bonding moment, and he was really nice to the waitress. Green flag. But as we waited for our food and talked about other Southern dishes we missed, my mind couldn't help but wander to the autistic elephant in the room.
Okay.
Me. I was the autistic elephant. This guy seemed really sweet so far, but eventually I'd have to have the autism talk.
Yeah.
And I would just have to hope he'd still see me the same. Or deal with it if he didn't. So, took a deep breath, and I told him, just so you know, because I feel it's important to say, I'm autistic. I only recently talked with a therapist and found that out, but yeah. I can get overwhelmed easily over things that other people might find weird or stupid. And I need a recovery time, usually alone, to feel better after something like that happens. So,
That's very well worded.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Oh yeah, I totally get what you mean. I'm autistic too.
Hey!
Wait, you are? Wait, so does that mean you're obsessed with trains?
No, but I am really into planes.
There it is!
Ooh.
A winner!
Went on to explain that he was formally diagnosed as a kid, but his parents didn't tell him he was autistic until he was about 19 because...
They didn't want me to use it as a crutch.
Uh-huh. So
I'm not
how
going
was
to
your
get into it.
childhood being autistic, but literally everyone knowing except you?
It was difficult.
Yeah.
There were things that I had mentioned to my parents that I didn't realize were autistic traits, like masking. Well, I didn't know what the word was, but I would tell my mom that I felt like I was putting up a mask for everybody. I don't know. I could never feel like I could be my true self in front of like friends or in front of other people, and I felt like I would have been very off-putting to other people for being who I was.
It was then we were really able to get to know each other and relate to our secret autistic childhoods.
That must be really
Kermit
cool to
told
open
me
up
this
about
story
that, though.
where
Like,
he
you're
wanted
really
to ask a girl to
comfortable
prom,
able to do
but
that.
he was
It's gotta be
scared
cool.
to because he was known as the weird kid and didn't think that interaction would go well. Nevertheless, he found the courage and went for it.
Tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, hey, would you like to go to prom with me? And then she smiles at me and she says, why?
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 What?
Yeah, and in that moment, went straight to autism.
said what?
Like,
I don't know, man, because I want to go with you.
Like, this is not
What's the right
going to
answer?
I look. She's already gone. She's at a different class. She left me high and dry.
She's already talking to her friends like this weirdo.
Yeah, she's like, moron.
Now, even though I didn't have that exact same experience, I could relate to Kermit's struggles in approaching someone romantically. Dating and flirting and all of that is already a delicate dance of cat and mouse if you're not autistic. But if you are, and if you're like me, you might find yourself constantly tiptoeing the line between just trying to interact like others expect you to, but not so much that people get the wrong idea. A lot of autistic people exhibit masking behaviors. In order to avoid bullying or ostracization, autistic people will often mirror body language, hold very intense and deliberate eye contact, stim or fidget in ways that are less detectable, and speak less about themselves and their interests, and instead shift the focus to the person they're talking to. You know, make ourselves smaller so you don't notice our inherent quirks. On the inside, it feels like balancing 10 spinning plates while also interviewing someone, but on the outside, it looks like this. So yeah, work's been kind of crazy, but working on my truck really helps take my mind off things.
Working on the truck.
Oh, like a DIY project. I love those. But what kind of work do you do on your truck?
It. Okay.
Man, I'm so glad you asked.
Oh boy.
You know,
that boy gonna
you're
rap.
not like those other girls. Oh.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. When someone comes across an autistic person like myself,
Okay.
they'll often describe me
Okay.
as bubbly, silly, occasionally blunt, and unabashedly passionate, though very talkative about my
Right.
interests. But since I'm also undeniably weird and hang out with other fellow weird
Dragons,
girls, we are prone to growing a I'm not like other girls complex, which isn't healthy, but that's
Yeah.
usually the box neurodivergent girls find themselves in due to
Kinda
the
funny, though, I'm not gonna lie.
ostracization or bullying from their peers. And so, if wearing I'm not like other girls as a badge of honor is the only way to make your autistic self more likable in middle school, you're probably gonna go down that route. But
Yeah.
hopefully, when you and the other girls get older, you'll all realize internalized misogyny is just a feature of white supremacist and patriarchal ideologies that hinder us from attaining self-actualization and true equality. But that's a topic for another video. My
She
point
ain't
here
never told a
is,
lie.
if you are disabled,
She ain't
you
never
know
told a
it is
lie.
a lot harder to navigate the world
That was
and
a stop.
achieve major life milestones than your non-disabled peers. Growing up, I always thought there was something inherently wrong with me, because things like friends and dating just seem so easy and natural for everyone,
Right.
except me. But as the first date with Kermit turned into the second, the third, and so on, I realized this was the first time I'd be dating someone where we were both autistic and acutely aware of how that impacted our everyday lives,
Gotta
which
be
ended
cool,
up
man.
being kind of a big deal. A couple months back, we went to Universal
Oh,
Studios
I've
with a
seen this
bunch
before.
of friends to experience the
Yeah, the
new
Mario-
Super Mario
yeah,
World.
the
It had
Mario
just
World. Yeah,
opened
I
and
wanna
it
go
was
there.
super busy. So Kermit and I were determined to get there early to beat the crowds.
Right.
Now, obviously, driving in traffic is not very autism friendly. Honestly, not neurotypical friendly either. Traffic on the 5 is actually quite the hostile environment, but
Okay.
it wiped us out much more than we anticipated.
Double
There's this
Ouija
thing
hat.
called spoon theory, originally coined by those with chronic illnesses, if I'm not mistaken, that
Okay.
helps explain why some seemingly simple everyday tasks, like doing dishes, running errands, or driving on the highway, can take more energy out of them than others who don't live with a chronic illness. They
Really?
have a limited amount of spoonfuls of energy that they must be aware of to avoid doing too much and getting hurt or burnt
Oh.
out. But spoon theory has also been a great visualization tool for those on the neurodivergent spectrum too, because our disability is invisible. That's why it's important to keep in mind your daily limits to avoid feelings of dysregulation, or
Okay.
as I like to call it, turning evil. Because when I'm overwhelmed by too many sensory problems, I shut down. And any words that do escape my mouth are usually very
The
blunt,
knife!
unlike this knife. So, traffic, driving, honking,
Terrifying.
stop, go, brake check, siren, cop car, hard stop, honking, all that took a lot more spoons than we thought it would,
That's a lot of
which
spoons,
left
man.
Kermie and I rather low on spoons and a
Kermie.
little evil. But we made it. And we were first in line until a whole family cut in front of us. So we
Ooh,
waited
gotta
out
fight
our
'em.
dysregulated storm
Gotta fight 'em.
clouds with deep breaths, quiet time, and mindfulness.
Okay.
And about 15 minutes later, a couple park workers came over to open the gate. But they let us know we were going to be led into the park slowly as
Yeah.
a group.
Can't
No cutting,
run.
no running, and no pushing.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean, there were a
civilization, you
couple
know?
kids there, but it was mostly 20 and 30-something-year-olds decked out in Mario
Yeah,
merch.
that'd be
I may have
fine.
looked cringe in my Daisy from Mario Tennis casual cosplay next to a Minion statue, but I
Nice.
was certainly not prepared for any cringe crowd behavior.
Oh
But
my
as
gosh.
soon as those workers turned their backs, a bunch of people started
Boom.
running around, ducking in and out of the crowd to get closer, cutting, pushing, so they stopped us, yelled at people, started again, stopped, yelled, start, stop. It was just traffic on the 5 on foot. I hate this. And I thought this madness
start
would
fighting
ease
people.
up once we reached the escalators, because everyone who was cutting and running would have to submit to the single file little staircases, but
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Hey, whoa,
Hey.
dude, why are you pushing? You pushed both of us, dude.
Fight
We all
him!
saw you. Spoon theory
He's
took us
gotta
out there
die! I'm
real
kidding.
quick, because that,
No, I'm not kidding.
that was the
Kill him.
last straw, baby. Straw sucked up all the energy I had left. Gone were our
Yep,
typical
yep,
people-pleasing.
Get
I'm
back to him.
sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
we
no,
were
fight him.
evil.
Yes!
We didn't give a
Let's go.
Kermit gets in front of me, he towers over this dude. Did I mention my boyfriend is 6'3"? and the guy punches him square in the chest. And people were still cutting, running, and pushing around us, but now rubbernecking at this incident. Meanwhile, the park workers, who honestly don't get paid enough to deal with this, so I don't blame them, were way down the escalators, so there was no one to break it up. So I stand between them, and I'm like, cool your jets, dude, it's Mario World.
Yeah, you're a grown man.
But he pushes in front of us, cuts the line, and then just stands on the escalator.
Then what was
as
the point?
It descends very slowly.
Oh, gosh.
Like, ooh, yeah, you're gonna be first in line now. Ooh, yeah.
Congratulations, man.
That made a difference. And then he turned around and kept trying to, like, argue with us about it. I was saying you maybe should push people.
Dude, shut
Shut
You got
up.
it, bro.
I'm sure no one would expect fisticuffs at 8 in the morning in front of a cardboard cutout of Princess Peach. But man, was I surprised and
perfect place to
relieved
fight,
that
man.
other people spoke
Perfect
up.
place.
One couple on the escalator asked Kermit if he was okay and said if we wanted to go to guest services, they'd go with us as witnesses. We
Nah,
didn't
we
because we were honestly really shaken up by it and just
get
wanted
me
to
on the
go on the
Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart ride and go
Yeah.
home. But I don't know, man. Just a bunch of people decked out in cringy Nintendo shirts at
Can't take it
8
but so
a.m.,
seriously, man.
yelling at a Goomba of a man had a weird way of restoring my faith in humanity. You
What?
know? Now, this was an example of Kermit and I experiencing and reacting to something very similarly, but
Yeah.
it should be stated, just because you and the person you're dating are both neurodivergent doesn't mean you'll always feel the same during intense social
spectrum
situations. For example, my boyfriend Kermit is not of the YouTube sphere, although he
Okay.
does enjoy watching and keeping up with certain creators. But never in a million years did he anticipate being in the same room as Hassan, Jax Films,
Oh.
Ian from Smosh, Eddie Burback, Michael Reeves, Lily Pichu, and many others all at once. So at Creator Clash back in April, there were a lot of
He's right behind me, isn't he?
moments.
He's staring at me.
but
He's there,
once
isn't he?
we were back in the hotel room, Kermit realized that busy, loud, crowded events like this made him super anxious and overwhelmed.
Fair.
The autistic
Just like me
masking
for a
was
man.
turned up to like 100, which takes a lot of spoons that he doesn't always have ready. So he
Right.
requested that next time we go to an event with a high volume of people in my industry he might have to interact with, that we take the day nice and slow leading up to it.
Okay.
That way his
That's
social
fair.
battery would be
That's a
much
good
more
plan,
prepared
honestly.
for that level of socializing. Because he's more of a wallflower, not a social butterfly like I am.
I understand
So,
that.
you want to know what I did as a loving, caring, healthy girlfriend?
Yeah?
I completely forgot he told me that. And one day after he got off work, I introduced him to like 10 of my closest friends who are also powerhouse creators in their own right. And when he got quiet, I asked, "Why the long face, cowboy?" Like, hello, he already told you this. How could
Man.
you forget? Oh God, help us.
Oh gosh.
Can we talk about this later?
What? Why later? What's going on?
Please, can we talk about this later?
So later, once we got in the car, he reminded me,
I love you very much, and I don't want to fail in front of a lot of notable people
Right.
and people that I respect. I respect you a lot, and I want to show the same level
Wow, this is real, man. This
of
is
respect
crazy.
towards them as I do you. So,
and then like that's where the anxiety comes from.
yeah, and the anxiety is just overthinking the situation when really I should be just engaging and not putting up a mask or not being so autistic.
What the heck?
You can't help that.
Man, you
But I
took me
can't
all
help
out of it.
It just keeps going. It's overflowing.
Oh my gosh.
Growing up autistic, especially when everyone has an inkling
Nah, that's
but
real, though.
you, is difficult. It's strange, it's lonely, and oftentimes it feels like it's all your fault. But it isn't. Just because your experiences differ from others doesn't make you any less cool, any less likely to be happy, or
Yeah.
any less lovable. You
For
just
sure,
have to
for
find the
sure.
right people who will accept you as you are.
Bro, the
as you
impression
deserve
just
to
took
be.
me out,
Thank you
bro.
for watching my videos, and as always, stay safe.
Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Go leave a like on Illy's video, too. Go show them some love. But that's all I got for you guys, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.